We are about to go live. Stockholm, I love you so much. It almost hurts in a good way.
I love my life.
I love my body. I love myself. Yeah. Welcome to the Shaft Show. Oh yes, this is a podcast for you to have a juicier life. My mission, my God-given mission. I'm doing the Lord's work. Yes, Lord Shiva, that is. According to my human design, my mission is to find world peace through intimacy. The biggest problems on this planet we tackle in this podcast: sex and money. What does that mean? Sex is obviously relationships. Money is your purpose. So, you wanna make a bit of a connection with those two major energies in your life. And in this podcast, we talk how to harness these two energies: love, purpose, sex, money, however you want to see it, for good. How can you turn it into your superpower? Today, we will be talking about the top 3 places in the world to learn and experience Tantra. Yes, this is true. And before we begin, if you're finding value in this podcast, please do share it on Instagram and save it. And, just put it on your story. Send it to someone that is struggling right now. Send them these podcasts. I'll cheer them up. They could type in any question in the chats. It's free coaching. Check out sacredsexualawakening.com to find out how much I actually charge. Just giving it away. They call me the Robin Hood of Tantra. Learning the best tools from all the best gurus and just giving it away on Shaft Uddin on Instagram and YouTube. Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got some people in the chats. Let's see. We've got Amanda Starstream, my future housemate. We signed a contract yesterday. Love you, babes. Love you. I hope you found yourself in the underground, because you were lost in the underground, but you're here. You made it. We got Linnea Borg. A little wave to her. I'm frightened to come to Norway because I've only just settled into Sweden, and I feel if I go to Norway, I might fall in love with that country and women there. So I'm going to stay away from Norway. We've got Zoram. Nice to see you. Ashika. Nice to see you. Amanda saying, love you. Babes, love you too. Take me to La La Land. She joins in once in a while. Nice to see you. Are you in Bali? Is that right? Me, Lucky NG. Nice to see you. So, where are the top places in the world to learn and experience Tantra? I want to tell you something about Tantra. Why do you want to learn it? Why do you want to go to these places? What's the point? I'll tell you something about Tantra. Tantra. Why do you want to learn it? Yeah, exactly. Shaft Uddin, you beautiful man. Greetings, lovers. Oh, bless you. Take me to La La Land. Nice to hear from you. I actually had everyone knows that I'm celibate. I got a nice little message from someone. Well, everyone knows I'm celibate. It's a disaster. But I got a beautiful message. Someone gave me hope. Being a tantric sex guru and being celibate is kind of an oxymoron. But there's a reason why I'm celibate, and that was in my last video. And she sent me a message. She said, if we're still single and we haven't found our soulmates, then I would love the thought of the man who changed my whole sex life and complete life would become the father of my child. Ooh. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? That's hope. I can't become a sperm donor in Sweden because I need a Swedish ID number. I'm going to get one. I'm getting one. Because I'm going to learn Swedish as well. And this leads to, the top 3 places. So number 3 is Sweden. That's right. Number 3 of the top 3 places in the world to study Tantra and experience Tantra is actually Stockholm and Sweden. If anyone knows Ängsbacka, this actually should be number 1, but you'll understand why it's not number 1. So if anyone knows Ängsbacka, that is a tantric community, and that is there all year round. They have No Mind Festival, they have Tantra Festival, and they have Sexability, all in like July and August. So you've got a whole month of studying Tantra there. 3 months or something like that. There is a circle of tantric life, and there is a nomadic community that travel from one tantra bubble to another tantra bubble, and we go seasonally to these places. And if you're starting, I used to start, my year started at Burning Man, so August is when my year starts, and then that's where I go. From Burning Man in August, I go to Berlin, and then in September, and then I go to October in Ibiza, and then from Ibiza I go to San Marcos, Guatemala, and then from San Marcos, and now we're already going into January, we go to Arambol in India, and then from Arambol in India we go to Bali, and this is February, and then in March we go to Thailand, and March, April, May, and then we come to Sweden, Ängsbacka, May, June, July, August. Boom. That's the year. That's what I did for the last 7 years. That's how we do it. We migrate from one place to another. Some places are more tantric than others. Some places are more spiritual than others. Stay away from the spiritual people if you're tantric and if you want juicy connections. They've disowned their sexuality, and remember, they're traveling the world, love and light, just the anahata and the above. Forget about the... don't tell... Stay away from the Swadhisthana. Fuck. Stay away from the Manipura. Oh, no, not for me. No Manipura. Stay away from the Muladhara chakra. Not for me. Survival. No, sexuality. No, don't need that. Anahata. So they're very judgmental. Big difference between the spiritual yoga bubble and the Tantra bubble. They're like night and day. But it's all changed now. There's a lot of new people coming into the world of Tantra, and it's diluted, and it isn't the same anymore. This is why I'm in Sweden. This is why Stockholm is the number 3 on the top places in the world to learn and experience Tantra. Because this is why it's so important here. If you live in a city and you want to pay your mortgage and you want to pay your taxes and you have a job, you don't want to keep on going away for 3 months, 1 week, 2 weeks, and chasing life out there. You want to experience it here. The beautiful thing about Stockholm itself is all of the juicy tantric people that go to all these bubbles are here. Instead of them traveling for 9 months, they're staying here for 9 months and traveling for 3 months. So you have a longer amount of time where people stay and are grounded here in Stockholm, in a city where they're able to be sacred in a city, but also be able to hold down jobs, be able to have a relationship. Why it's so important for me to be here in Stockholm, Sweden, is because this is the only place on the planet where I found having a family, having children, having a job, having a home, whilst being a hippie and practicing Tantra and living tantrically is possible. There isn't many places out there in the world where you're able to have a family and have children. That's an important thing, especially if you spent 10 years in these bubbles, and you'll see a pattern about these transformational communities. There's not a lot of groundedness. There's a lot of air, a lot of like, oh, I'm in the flow, no structure. Oh, maybe, yeah, whatever. Oh, no structure. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have it. No structure. So if you want to be successful in life, you need to make a fucking decision. If you're in your full Shakti all the time, you're a mess. It's that simple. Indecision is the curse and the worst thing you could do if you want to run a life. Just a life, not a business, but a fucking life. Maybe this one, maybe that one. I'll tune into it. Let me feel into it. I'll come back to you tomorrow. Opportunity's gone next. Come on. What's going on? What's alive in you? I don't know. This and that. Maybe this. Indecision. Whereas in a masculine space, like a city like Stockholm, you get shit done. This is the great thing about here. If you care about purpose and impact, Stockholm is the place to be. I know this because I've traveled the world for 10 years trying to I've been building communities non-stop. I've been building tantric communities for 7 years. I've been building unicorn communities for another 7 years. So like wherever I go, I will create it. But the most impact I have on the planet is in a city like Stockholm. And I love it here because there is the opportunity to be in the esoteric and the material. There is an opportunity to bring wellness into the workplace and have more impact on a global level. The fact that I got Tantra onto Swedish television is a bit of a big thing. So we got people in the chats. We got Think to Rise, hello. We've got Emmeline Guards, nice to see you again, babes. Wolhomos, nice to see you. Xander Myers, nice to see you. Jen, babes. Let's have babies. 40, I gotta wait 5 years, right? So, being sacred in the city in Stockholm is amazing. And this is number 3 of the top places to learn and experience Tantra. Some of the top teachers are in Sweden, like Linn Holmström, Sanna, a lot of Sannas, Uddin, and a lot of other people. All you got to do is just check out Stockholm Tantra Festival and you'll see everyone that just lives here. We're always here. We're not really moving. Sometimes we go away December, January, February for the winter, and then we're here. So if you want to go deep into Tantra, just message us, message me. We are the community, we are the bubble. Wherever we go, we create the spaces. So if any of these teachers go somewhere else, then the bubble appears there. So at the moment, the number 1 place, I don't think it's that juicy at the moment. We're going to come to that in a minute. Number 2 is the birthplace of Tantra itself, India. Yes, the tantric scripts, the Sanskrit scripts, the tantric teachings came from India. It's actually number 2. How ironic. The white man went over there with their crusades and their beliefs and their Christian fundamentalist ways of living and said, hey, that's bad. We're going to burn all the temples. This is sinful. This isn't good. No. Take this away. No Tantra for you. No yoga for you. This is primitive. This is savage. Look at these savage people. You need to become colonized. You need to become gentrified. You need to get into the missionary position. You need to not do this, but do it our way. Oh, this stuff works. Okay, this stuff really works. Okay, hang on. We could make money from this stuff. Hey, oh my God. There's so much money to be made from these yogic, tantric, religious principles that we told them not to do. Let's take it for ourselves and turn it into a multi-billion-dollar industry and then sell it back to the brown man. How about that? That's why it's number 2. It's actually not really the place to go to study Tantra anymore. How interesting. So the white man colonized and gentrified the Indian countries and took away what we created and sold it back to us. And the tantric temples are out there. But where I go to immerse myself in Tantra is Arambol. Check out Rita Agape on Instagram. She's running the temples in Arambol. She's the big fish in the sea over there. She's my business partner, former lover, and my everything, as I used to call her. We started the Temple of Intimacy, our thing that we were running for about 3 years. We were like, yeah, tantric renegades. It was amazing. Rich. So if you want to experience Tantra, go to Arambol. Now, if you want to understand Tantra and the tantric peoples, where are they? You're not going to know where they are. So we like to do a thing called dancing. Yes, embodiment. We love to use our body. The place where you're going to find all the tantric people, because we're in a bubble, in a bubble, in a bubble. You'll go to a spiritual community, Stockholm, Arambol, San Marcos, somewhere, but you won't find the tantric people there. You'll have to go to the dances, the ecstatic dances. And you have to go to the bhajans, the kirtans. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That's right. Go into the bhajans, the kirtans. That's where you find us. The breathwork places, the dance places. But you won't know who they are unless you see them moving. You'll know the Tantra people. You'll know who they are because they'll be the ones being able to just move their body a little bit more different to everyone else's. They move like me. They dance like me. And it's easy to spot people who do Tantra because we're just more sexual. That doesn't mean we're like, sex addicts or anything like that. It means that we have our channels open, our kundalini open, our Ida Pinkala, the energy, the kundalini energy moving through our body. All of our chakras are roaringly open and we can move energy around our bodies, which makes our bodies move in different ways. We flex our spines when we move. We incorporate our entire body. So when you go to Stockholm, Arambol, and San Marcos, Bali, and everything, every place like that, you won't really find the tantric people unless you go to the ecstatic dances, and then you'll see them, and you go, I'm curious. Do you study Tantra? Doing any jade egg practices? And they'll be like, yeah, I do yoni yoga. I'm a Shakti. I'm a goddess. I'm a priestess. I'm a Dakini. and there you have it. There's your gateway. There's your in. And then you'll find a few people and they'll take you into the labyrinth, the rabbit hole of the tantric bubble. When you go down that rabbit hole, I'll see you guys in 7 years' time. You'll be down there for a long time. No reason to leave unless you want babies. And then you move to Stockholm. So Arambol, there is a banyan tree in Arambol. There is the ecstatic dance place. And that's where you will find the people running the temples. So Arambol is number 2. And finally, what is number 3? Number 3.
I love my life.
I love my body. I love myself. Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, oh yes.
All hail the man of the north, Mr. Shaft Uddin.
Thank you very much, Victor Nilsson from Lemon Squeezy. Check him out on Instagram, on YouTube, and Spotify. So the number one place to experience and learn Tantra is Thailand. You might have heard me talk about Tantra Island. If you on Instagram, if you Google search, Instagram search hashtag Tantra Island or hashtag Tantra Town. I used to call it Tantra Town until Nathaniel Goldman turned up and he did a documentary on it called Tantra Island, which is going to be on Netflix. This guy's in it. we that's where it is. It's actually not that juicy at the moment because I think everyone's in Bali. But the juiciness, the wildness, the real immersive experience of Tantra is in Koh Phangan. Now, there was a time a year ago or 2 years ago where I would never have revealed these locations, but fuck it. It's become so commercial that it's just, I mean, that's why I'm not there, I'm here. It's just changed. It's not how it used to be, so check it out for yourself. I'm telling you how to get there. If you check out A Diary of a Tantricorn on my YouTube, I give you all the links away on where to find all the tantric people. So if you want to have a tantric holiday, you could go to Koh Phangan, go to Sri Tanu, go to Samakaruna, go to Agama. Oh, bad word, Agama. And you'll find the temples there, the ashrams of people running the tantric experiences. There's a lot of underground stuff there as well, because pretty much everyone on Koh Phangan is an illegal immigrant. That's right. None of them's got a work permit. Basically, it's a wild, wild west out there. In London and everywhere else, an illegal immigrant is someone who is illiterate and someone who is of color and someone who is working for cash in hand. On Koh Phangan, an illegal immigrant is someone who is highly educated, middle class, and rich, earning cash in hand money because they love to teach yoga tantra, and they're there working illegally. Ironic, huh? Ironic, just a little bit different, isn't it? An illegal immigrant over there is the white elite. Brilliant. I do love how the world works in mysterious ways. So, where would you find people in Koh Phangan? Sundays, pyramid yoga. The Sunday dance is full of hundreds of people, even during Corona time. Sunday morning dance is where you'll find them. And then you'll go to Zen Beach, where everyone's naked. And you'll meet everyone at sunset. Everyone watches the sunset at Zen Beach, drumming circles, fire. It's a beautiful community. And the thing about these communities is it's a community. Here in a city, it's hard to meet people. You have to organize it. Over there, you step out your house and you're already making out with someone at the 7-Eleven. You're already making out with someone at the beach. You're already on the beach pissing on each other, a bit of a golden shower. And then you're giving a yoni massage in the afternoon to someone. And then you're in some kind of galactic gangbang and orgy in the evening. And that's just before sunset or something. There's experience after experience after experience. In these tantric communities, there is no jobs. So it's different. So people don't have jobs. They're so busy working on themselves that it's an 8-hour job in itself. Our morning practices last 2 to 3 hours minimum. That's our alone time. I can't remember who said this, but the future is all about mass unemployment. So you could spend more time working on yourself and the robots could do everything else. Heaven on earth exists in Koh Phangan, Arambol, Bali, Stockholm, Ängsbacka, San Marcos, Tulum in Mexico. All these places are heaven on earth. Costa Rica, my heart-inspired wellness center is up for sale. So if anyone wants to buy it, get yourself some 13 bitcoins and you can buy coravida.com. Jen is saying, fuck, it's so true, laughing my ass off. Yes, that's where we met. Remember that threesome? Oh, best way to start a threesome is to sing Not if I could turn back time by Cher, but turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. That's how you juice up a threesome. That's how I do it anyway. We've got Juan in the chats. Nice to see you, bro. See you at the men's circle. Might take you outside into the forest of Nordviken and do a little tantric Viking tantra out there. So when you're actually studying Tantra, you're living it, you're experiencing it. So when I went to study Tantra, what I didn't go and do a course and come home. I went to, I started teaching straight away. So that was me. I was at the top of a Kruger curve. Freya McFarlane, nice to see you. We got a real live Dakini from Tantra Island in the chats. She's a blood pusher, as I call her. She's a blood priestess. Check her out. She's a doula midwife and she knows everything about the magic of menstrual blood. Freya McFarlane, love you. She's also an amazing, powerful, inspiring woman. What a guru. What a guru. She's saying, nice to see you too, babes. Bless her. She actually healed me a lot back at my house in Bexhill-on-Sea when I had a lingam massage and had a shamanic experience where I was able to hold the 24-year-old who was hysterically crying in my kitchen when his fiancée left him. Yes, that was a deep, profound healing. This is the nice stuff about these tantric experiences. So what's actually is happening is you go to a festival, you do a course, you end up staying there, you stay in the bubble. So you're learning the practices, you're living in community where you're constantly doing the practices. So it's not like personal development where you read a book and you try and retain some information in your brain, you write out some questions and some form, and you don't really embody it. This is why Tantra is the best path out of all the paths. How do I know that? Because I'm doing all the personal development work and all the other stuff just to see what's working better. Tantra works better. Do you know why? Because it's in your body. It's in a community. Tantra is a self-practice, but it's actually, to be honest, it's a group practice. It's a collective healing practice. It's a community practice. This is why Tantra is way better than any other personal development path. Osho says it's like the path of the renegades. It is like going on like a rocket to Samadhi because you're using your sexual energy, your body, and people to accelerate your personal growth. That's how I managed to overcome my addictions, my mental problems in 1 year and 8 months. Freya is saying, adore you, honey. Hashtag healing in Bex. Babes, that's a great hashtag. Healing in Bexhill. So, the top 3 places in the world to learn and experience Tantra are: number 1, Koh Phangan, Tantra Island. Number 2, Arambol, India. They sold back tantric things to brown people. Oh, you white people. I love how you colonized everything and did that great long game business plan, because the irony is the amount of people that were helping in Arambol are brown people, Indian men with premature ejaculation. But the interesting thing is, when I'm teaching men with premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction and everything, they are able to get into a devotional space a lot quicker than any man I've ever trained. So when I'm teaching them yoni massage and everything, they just go into this devotional space of reverence. I was super impressed by that, because their conditioning is only in the last couple of 100 years of the colonialization, whereas their actual essence is enlightenment. They're devotional in spirit. So that's a fascinating thing I found about India and Arambol. And number 3 is Stockholm. Yes, Stockholm, Sweden. This is why I'm here and not there. This is why I came into this beautiful city to see if I could be sacred in the city. Things actually accelerate here super quick. Freya McFarlane is saying, so true, my experience too. Even they never experienced that Tantra before. This is true, exactly, yeah. The Indian people she's talking about. But they're inherently, like, everyone's tantric, but the Indian people is hardwired into themselves, but because of the colonialization and the white man taking away all of their barbaric practices, it's just in their DNA. It's amazing. But let's go back to Sweden. Sweden is where it's at. The most tantric city on the planet is Stockholm. The most amount of single people on the planet is Sweden, Stockholm. And this is where you can actually create heaven on earth. Oh, yes. Keep an eye out on the hashtag Juicy Entrepreneurs, okay? It's time to take everything to the next level. I've got my 12. You only need 12 people to start a movement. How do I know that? Check out Jesus. Check out Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich and look at the define mastermind. Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill. Just Google it. You need 12 people. It's a Wrap says, good morning from New York City. I do love New York City. That is a very tantric space as well. What I love about the city is things do accelerate here, mainly in Stockholm. There's something about the land that makes things manifest like that. It could be me, but it isn't just me. It's basically whoever I'm surrounded by. As I'm tantric and a walking deity, I'm a god and doing the Lord's work, Lord Shiva that is, I'm able to inspire people. When I was with the last sexual partner I was with, the reason why I'm celibate, last parting words were, and she couldn't manifest anything. She couldn't understand how I was doing it so quick. And I said to her, guess what? Now you said it, things are just gonna manifest straight away. I spoke to her a few days ago. She's a fucking coach now. She was unemployed for a year. She had a taste of my penis and basically became like me. She's tantric now and she's teaching other people. So that's what happens if you immerse yourself into spaces. Your mirror neurons pick up other people's mirror neurons. If people are enlightened and you're in a shit place, if everyone's enlightened, you're just going to become enlightened. That's it. Simple. It's not rocket science. That's how it works, because it works the other way around as well. If you're surrounded by shit people and everyone's depressed, everyone's talking negatively about each other, if everyone's talking about their problems, if everyone's gossiping, you get my picture, and you come in a high vibe place and you're really happy, then all of a sudden everyone's moaning and bitching, you're going to be dragged down to their level. So what you want to do is surround yourself with better versions of yourself. And this is why we go to these communities and we stay there. This is why it's easy to be a fucking monk, live like a monk, think like a monk, because you don't really have to worry about getting a girlfriend. Do you know how easy my life is now? Because I'm celibate. Like, I don't have to, like, people say, Shaft, how you doing? I'm like, good. Life is good. Life is easy. All I got to do is just I got nothing to worry about because I don't have to worry about a girlfriend. I don't have to worry about finding love, impregnating anyone, starting a family. Like, I just got to show up and do these, like, and hang out with people. Like, that's it. And make a lot of money. Like, I focused all of that attention, all that nervous energy about, will I find a one? Am I going to find a one? Will I ever have a baby? What's going on? Why me? Why has this happened to me? Everybody hates me because all my self-worth is in the hands of these women who keep on rejecting me. Instead, it's like, oh, purpose. Hey, that's easy. Life is just simple now. And the key to all of this is, and it's a famous quote, before you diagnose yourself with depression, anxiety, stress, just make sure you're not surrounded by assholes. Just make sure you're surrounded in a good community. So when you go to these top 3 places in the world to learn and experience Tantra. Find the ecstatic dances, find the kirtans, the bhajans, find the breathwork places, see the people who move in a certain way, and it is a bubble in a bubble in a bubble, and it is, they say Tantra's inclusive, but it's actually quite exclusive. The only way you're ever going to get into a bubble is for you to be open to it, to let go of your judgment, and this is why Tantra is so different to spirituality, because everyone who is doing spirituality, they talk about, you got to let go of desire, oh, you got to like let go of the body, blah blah blah, pleasure, no, not good. Whereas Tantra, it's all about you. Number one thing is following your desire, for sure. Number two is definitely feel pleasure, because that's why we've got these amazing bodies, you fucking idiots. That's why we're here, to feel pleasure and to be able to experience life to the fullest. This is all it is. It's all about, just like a computer game, gathering experience points. And the more experience you have with like-minded people around you, and the deeper you go into your practice of Tantra, the more enlightened you'll become. It just happens, guys. Less mental illness you have, the longer you'll live forever. Longevity is an amazing thing. Presence through people is an amazing thing. You start to make more money than you could ever dream of. I was just thinking about this today. I used to be on a 6-figure salary as a when I worked in advertising. Check out my LinkedIn, Uddin. Now I'm like kind of on a 6-figure salary being a healer. Like, I did it. No matter what I do, I will always be successful, because I took the brain of a businessman and applied it into healing and how to give away everything for free whilst generating income on the background. It's great. And the only reason why I learned how to do that is a thing called sex magic. Jen, please come to Sweden so we could have sex and do sex magic, because I could do with more money. So it's a rap is saying, I stayed celibate for 3 years. Was tough, but helped me learn so much about myself. Lifelong lessons. I don't know how long this celibacy is going to last. I'm open to sex, but I said I'll only have sex with someone who's going to be my girlfriend, be my lover or my beloved. I am off to a play party on Saturday. I'm teaching there. If you want to know more about my events, DM me if you live in Stockholm. I'm going to be doing a cacao and connection evening on May the 7th. So, yeah, I'd love to have you come to the Juicy Entrepreneurs headquarters in Stockholm. Juicy. I mean, this is a place where we're all speaking the same language and we're all singing a beautiful, beautiful little song.
I
Love my life, I love my body, I love myself, yeah. Oh yes, I love Sweden.
All hail the man of the north, Mr. Shaft Uddin.
Thank you, Victor Nilsson from Lemon Squeezy. So thank you very much for everyone that joined in, tuned in, engaged in the chats. And remember, please do check out my online course, The School of Self-Love with Shaft Uddin. The link is in my bio on my Instagram and in the descriptions below on my YouTube. Finally, a complete digital course with the best tools that quickly help you to measurably improve your happiness. Yes, it's true. You can start using all of these techniques from the course immediately in your daily life and instantly see results. No complicated preparation needed. In the course, you will learn how to find a divine purpose, how to connect with yourself and others, how to fall in love every day, how to live a life beyond your dreams, how to let go of past relationships, and how to heal your relationship with your parents, and why it's so important for the evolution of this planet to learn to love yourself. This course is interactive and video-based, so all you need is a smartphone, tablet, and a computer, and you're good to go. So get yourself this beautiful course, because everything I said about the top 3 places, everything I learned, I put into this course. Everything, all the tools I've learned is in that course. So get that course, Reach Enlightenment, and learn to love your life, learn to love your body, and learn to love yourself. I'm serious about Tantra. I believe that with Tantra, we can cure all addiction with connection. We can overcome depression and anxiety by becoming present, and heal loneliness by finding the one, ourselves. Oh, yes. So thank you for watching. If you found value in this stream, in this podcast, please save it and share it on your Instagram, and click like and subscribe and turn on your notifications on my YouTube. And if you've got any friends struggling right now, get them to sign up to my online course, but also just come here, free coaching, yo. Check out sacredsexualawakening.com for how much I charge. Come here and you get it for free. And if I manage to give a yoni massage to someone, I will give away my winnings. I will give away what I make, and I will give it away on my Instagram. So if you want a yoni massage, find me on sacredsexualawakening.com, and I want to bring in the abundance and give it to my people, my fans on my Instagram and my YouTube. So please do leave a comment on your biggest takeaway. And let's get the world singing. I love my life. I love my body. I love myself. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I love you. And I set you free. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on my lover's channel, Yulia, sex coach Yulia Rose. Check out the Magdalene manuscripts and Tantric Jesus tomorrow, 3 p.m. Sweden.